We're putting our money where our mouth is here at Sin City Crypto. With that being said, I'm going to kick this video off by putting in a long trade on Cardano. As you take a look at the chart, this is a pattern that we identified on our trading show yesterday. This potential bull flag pattern on the 8-hour and that support level that we had identified as 67.59 cents is holding up, and this would complete or get to the bottom end of our bull flag pattern. And so with that being said, my friends, we are going to put in a market long order on Cardano. You're using our preferred platform by DeFi, and there you are. There is our open position for ADA. Now we'll get back to the chart and I'll kind of break down exactly what I'm seeing and what I expect to happen from a price prediction standpoint and scalping this trade in the short term. But first, I do want to cover a little bit of news. Before we get started, massive shout out to my favorite meme coin community in all of crypto, and that is none other than the SNEKies. As today, SNEK officially turns 2 years old. This is a post from their X handle. SNEK turns 2, forever grateful to the strongest, most resilient community in crypto. You guys know, if you've been watching this channel, I am a proud SNEK holder. I love this community. I love the people in it. And it's just, it's amazing. And so happy birthday to all the SNEKies out there, and big shout out to the SNEK team. Now let's get into some Cardano news. We always talk about how big Bitcoin's going to be. We have the Bitcoin DeFi thing Charles is doing in Vegas next month. Actually, this month, by the time you watch this video, it's going to show off how Cardano is going to plug in to the Bitcoin ecosystem and bring all that liquidity that is currently just sitting idle to life. And he wants to put Cardano at the forefront. Well, the number one wallet, depending on who you ask, Lace, had just had an upgrade. Lace 1.22 is here. This release is a big one, a Bitcoin beta launch. That's right, Lace is going multi-chain, starting with Bitcoin. Users in our beta program can now store and manage Bitcoin directly from Lace. DREP identification. They've corrected an issue where some DREPs or direct voters were experiencing issues using the governance apps. Hardware wallets, there was an update to this as well. We fixed an issue relating to output format mappings that was causing failures in some dApp interactions. And then it says, we're building the most accessible, secure, and feature-rich wallet on Web3, and we're just getting started. And there is the blog post if you want to get more information. Obviously, if you're going to integrate with Bitcoin DeFi, you got to have some wallets in the Cardano ecosystem that can have both. And so shout out to Lace for making that happen. And then some potential factors that can come into play for a big Cardano rally. Here we have an article from Watch Your Guru. This is posted by CardanoFeed.com, but I believe it was sourced from Watch Your Guru. Cardano whales snatch up 420 million ADA as price could turn. We're in this weird spot in the market where there's certain sectors of cryptocurrencies that are currently rallying. It's AI, it's RWA. And then there's certain ones where people know are going to perform well that just haven't moved yet. So you're going to see a lot of the focus shift to those tokens, those coins. And I believe Cardano is at the very forefront of that. And as you can see here, $420 million or 420 million ADA was bought up by the whales. With that being said, let's get back to the chart here on ADA. Now, yesterday, we identified a potential move back down to kind of fill out this flag portion of our bull flag here. And this 67.59 cent region was a level that we identified as a strong support level. In fact, we had a backup plan as well. If that level failed, we were targeting our golden pocket here for Cardano. Again, this is on the 8-hour, which sits right there between your blue and your orange line, which is between 64.81 cents and 65.29 cents. If we so happen to break and this pattern does not play out, we'll be looking for another long here as we expect, if ADA does come back here, to have a clean bounce, and we look to take some profit before we hit this potential flipped from support to resistance level. But that will all depend on the price action that we see from Cardano. We know the markets kind of were down the last few hours leading into a late night yesterday, depending on what time zone you're in. We take a look at market cipher B on the 8-hour. You did have a short signal here as you had your anchor wave and your trigger wave, both with red dots. And if you would have taken that trade, you would have made money. But I've always said we are currently in the phase of the market where I'm more I would feel more comfortable longing support levels versus shorting resistance levels because the overall trend of the market, I believe, is up. Cardano still has some work to do. It is still trading currently below its 200-day moving average, but that doesn't mean in the short term we can't trade, scalp some profits, use those profits to add more ADA to our spot bags. With that being said, I hope you enjoy the content. If you want more ADA, we have an entire playlist. And also come check out our live show Monday through Friday at 10:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. We'll see you in the next one.